So, this is why I think Destiny 2 sucks. How do I delete an old video? So, the thing about this game is, the first thing you're going to spend hours upon hours in this stupid HUD place forever and ever. And you won't be doing much of anything but farming the same place over and over and over until you maxed out level, and then you can finally move on to do the quests. If you try to play this game and move on, you will get destroyed because you have low power level. And I think it's terrible that you have to actually spend so much time in one place. So what you'll be doing is you'll be going over here to do these stupid little quests over and over and over. You will see a guy here and you'll go da 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 da, and you'll be doing this quest over and over and looking for chests which will appear around to level up as fast as you want, as you can, and try to reach your power level as high as possible. You won't find these kinds of weapons. Every single character plays the same, and you will have really similar types of gameplays. They will all have something alike of this, where you go power up, and then you use a shiny attack in order to actually instantly kill enemies, unless they're armored and a boss, and then which you won't one-shot them. It mostly plays the same. And then you have this guy in here, who, if you get up here, you talk to him, and he will give you a quest starting the game. He is also a vendor.
You're here. Very good.
As you can see, pressing X,
Be careful.
square, you'll see that he has a list of items that you can get by using these EDZ rewards that he wants, which will allow you to get reputation with him, and then you'll get this EDZ engram thingy, which gets you items, which in my case is just some legendaries.
Come now, show yourself. That's all I need.
And then that's pretty much all it is. This game is pretty much repetitive as all hell. Just doing the same thing over and
Let's
over.
bring them home, you and I, huh?
And the power I'm talking about, can't use it now because it's charging. Most of the time you'll be spending time using the same guns. See this guy here? Okay, you'll be killing this guy over and over to level up. You'll be doing the same quest over and over and over. Ad nauseum until you want to kill yourself. Eventually you'll be able to do quests and move on to other planets. Such as, you'll finally be able to go to... I'm waiting for it to load. You'll finally be able to go to these planets, like Titan and all that. But not before you do a bunch of quests. A bunch of really boring fetch quests. In which you finally will be able to go to another planet. And repeat on ad nauseum with the boring quest. The problem is, though, that you can all finish the game in grinding on one planet. And it's super fucking repetitive. This game is so brain dead. All you have to do is grind on one planet. It's so dumb. It makes no sense whatsoever. You don't even have to go to these planets to grind, except for the quests, and you don't have to do them. You can ignore all the quests because it's pointless. You can get the same gear. And the power level thing would be fine if there were more zones, if there was more stuff to do, if there was actually a reason to go there and get armor. But there's not. It's pointless. You can go and kill the same enemies and over and over. And the planets look beautiful. Planets look absolutely gorgeous. They have beautiful scenery and all that. But then you have this starting area with the same little rungs, the still same metal buildings. And let's go for the combat for a minute now.
Nattering, insolent cabal. What are they up to now, huh?
Combat is fairly good controls. The gun feels good. It's kind of nice. Got some grenades and stuff like that. It's pretty simple. But here's the thing, though. This is what the abilities look like. For instance, this is Titan. This is what the Titan skill set does. So, once you beat the game, like I have, you can go like this. Wait, where is it? You can put this... I have to kill this guy first because he's going to kill me. So you have to put this thing up, and then you summon vehicle, and then you can do like this. Otherwise, the game is pretty much... takes forever to do. This actually takes forever to do because you got to do these. It does take like 6 hours or more. And once you do that, you can finally get this. You have to actually beat the core game. This is the core game, by the way. This is not the DLC. I don't have access to the DLC of Forsaken. I hear that, oh, it's so good for Forsaken, blah, blah, blah. another person I know, they said that the DLC is not that good. And from what I've seen from the core, it's fairly boring and repetitive game. It's very mindless, doing the same thing. And in Mass Effect, when you're actually playing a class, you have more variety between the classes. You have, for instance, a difference between a psychic class and
Capture, destroy. Either way, get it out of
you
here.
have a difference between the non-psychic classes and the other guys who use, or engineers who use robots and stuff. This is a public event, by the way. You need to use these public events to level up your weapon thingies, because doing that will allow you to
We knocked that ship out
get
of the
these
sky.
things right here, and eventually you'll have to do a quest to unlock it. But otherwise it's mindless, boring grinding forever and ever and ever. And while there are some interesting ideas of having events that are with other players and stuff, I think that's kind of neat. I think it could have been done better.
About, huh?
We shot down a ship and a commander, and we
It's just
hijacked
really,
That
really
is adequately impressive.
not
You have
interesting.
exceeded my expectations.
And that's pretty much why I think this game is bad. You have just this repetitive, and there's not even much to the story, really. You spend most of your time just doing these same things over and over. You have a few quests that you do and talk to these people. They're just way not an RPG. It's a shooter with RPG elements in it. It's not an actual RPG. And once you start the game, you end up being here, and you go and talk to some people, and you have to do a few quests in order to actually go to Earth and then start the farming. You have to talk to some people. It's not an actual quest, but you have to actually talk to people. And then you finally get to move on. What I think would help this game a lot would be to make people, force them to go to later areas in order to farm items. To go, for instance, to Io and to other planets and make the gear that drops on Earth, for instance, to be lower level. Force you to do the quests and to talk to the NPCs to get better gear elsewhere. So it's not the same thing over and over. To have more variety of farming in different places. I think also there could probably be more variety between the classes, such as a hunter having more than just light spammy abilities and then repeating the gun, like having hunter be better with a sniper rifle and having the Titan be better with something and maybe heavy armor or something. You know, differences. There needs to be more stuff between the classes. And this is place where you buy stuff. You talk to these NPCs and then you can purchase stuff. You get these items that you get from chests and from killing enemies and from crystals. They're a resource, and then you talk to the NPC and then you give it in and you get reputation and you get items. You talk to this guy. Wait, it's not. This is the player. There's a guy here normally, and then you get an item. And that's what this game is. That's what it plays like. I don't recommend it. I think after the first time you play it, it's pretty much all that you're going to want to play. It's a boring game. I think there are better games out there. And that's my opinion. Take it or leave it.